Alright, this is my Bible. This thing is really old and beat up. The year is 1888. Let's see if I can get to that page for you. (1888). And I don't like referring to this thing, but sometimes I do. If you guys remember the Mandela effect, you know what, let me get to that page. Alright, for those interested, it was the lion will lay down with the lamb, or was it the wolf? This is Isaiah 11:6 says, "And the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lay down with the kid." Okay, so there you have it. I think people just remember it wrong. Alright, I know a few Christian people, and when you ask them if they read the whole Bible, I only have one friend that's actually done that, and it's thinking, why are there so many Christians that don't actually read the whole Bible? They'll just read parts from time to time. That's what I used to do. When I was younger, I tried reading the Bible when I was like, say, 20. And for me, I just didn't understand the Old English. And but through time, I kind of got used to the phrases after skipping around the Bible. And still, though, looking at the book, it's kind of, well, it's big. It's going to take a very large amount of time, and it's kind of overwhelming. But coming across this audio, this is Blissfully, and it's got the audio of just about all of them in here. Wait, let me go to videos here, and they're pretty much in order. This red section here, where it says dramatic version, I don't like the guy's voice. I like the one by this Max, where he'll sound kind of like a James Earl Jones, so it kind of fits. And originally, I heard stories, oh, the Bible's boring and everything, and it's pretty dry, and you shouldn't read it cover to cover. Well, I didn't really plan on reading the Bible, even though I always wanted to, and I actually started about, say, the first of this month, so I'm about 3 weeks in, and I'm about a third through it right now. Now, each video has a read-through time, how long it'll take you, and I added them all up, and it's about 83 hours. When I try to actually physically read the Bible, probably maybe 10 minutes in, 10, 15 minutes, and I get really sleepy. I wouldn't remember what I read and everything, so listening to it is much quicker. I can cover much more ground. Probably about, I can get like 1 to 2 hours of listening time in each day, which means I could actually complete the whole Bible in about, say, 2.5 months, as opposed to a whole year. There are many people that don't really care about this topic. You don't have to read the Bible to be religious. I understand that. We all have our free will. My mom used to be in a convent, and she never read the Bible either. And it's like, well, what was the whole purpose of the convent? What did you do? She said, well, they had mass every morning, and then it was basically like going to school. And the purpose was to train them to be a nun, I guess. But my friend that did read the Bible, he told me he read it like maybe twice. And I said, hey, were dinosaurs in the Bible? And he said, no. He said, but it did talk of giants. Well, where I'm up to Psalms, I just started Psalms. Okay, right here. And it speaks of giants more than once. And the only other thing he said to me once is, women shouldn't wear jewelry because Jezebel in the Bible was a whore. And I was like, really? Okay, I never heard of that story. I don't know who she is. Well, he failed to mention, I think it's in 2 Kings, that Jezebel was actually thrown out a palace window, to her death and then trampled. You guys can, I'm sure a lot of you know about that anyway. So to me, the Bible is not actually boring. It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be. And of course, I'm not pushing it, but if one were to consider going through the Bible, again, the audio is actually, it seems like to be the best way. It's the best way for me anyway. So I got a long way to go. But again, I'll get there.